Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Dog Pound, where tonight the Milton-Union Lady Bulldogs, undefeated at 3-0, host Troy Christian, who is also undefeated at 3-0. Along with my partner here, Luke Barnes, I'm Brett Barnes. And Luke, key TRC matchup tonight. Interesting to note a couple things about the Bulldogs starting 3-0.
The Bulldogs have started the last 3 seasons 3-0, but have failed to capitalize on that 4-0 start in each of the last 2. Last time they were 4-0, 2008 and 9 season, so a nice long time ago when I was still in middle school.
That was the team coached by John Brackman.
I'm playing John Brackman in fantasy this week.
There you go.
In the 23-24 season, Milton beat TC twice, 42-34, and then 64-38 in the last game played of the season pair. Looking for another night of dominance here for the Lady Bulldogs.
What we've got tonight are the 2 leading scorers in the TRC. Of course, for Milton, Jenna Broomball averaging 19.3 points per game. And then on the other side of it, for Troy Christian, Karis Miller, who's averaging 18.3 points per game. So both Jenna and Karis leading the TRC. Usually when you have 2 big scores like that, it's the role players that make the difference, because those 2 usually cancel each other out. So it'll be interesting to see how the 2 other double-figure scores for Milton, which is Michaela Firks, who's averaging 12 points a game, and then Kate Kopp as well, averaging 12 points a game. Kind of a 3-headed monster here for Milton. Kate's actually shooting 71.4% from the field, which is an incredible number.
Lots of fast break opportunities, lots of easy layups.
Yeah, she's 15 for 21 on the season. So a great start for Kate Kopp. Bulldogs coming off a shellacking of Dixie the other night. And again, Troy Christian 3-0. About 1:38 to go before the national anthem, which will be performed by Mr. Roberts and the Pep Band tonight. Always sounding good. The JVs came back from 15 points down early in the third and ended up winning the game by 7, 38-31, full court pressure. Dogs played really well in the second half. Little YMCA for everybody's listening pleasure. Bulldogs average 56 points per game and are giving up 30.7. And Troy Christian averaging 59.7 points per game and giving up 38.7. Let's send it down to public address announcer Bob Bussey.
Varsity matchup between your guys from Troy Christian High School and your Milton-Union Lady Bulldogs. Milton-Union and the Ohio High School Athletic Association have high expectations for our fans, athletes, coaches, and officials for this sanctioned event. Values of good sportsmanship that are supported by Milton-Union and the Ohio High School Athletic Association should be adhered to during this interscholastic contest. Courtesy, respect, integrity, and self-discipline are key elements to experiencing a positive athletic event. Milton-Union and the Ohio High School Athletic Association encourages everyone to enjoy and respect the game. We live in the greatest country on earth with freedoms enjoyed by no others. Let's take a moment to honor the men and women who have served and the men who are currently serving to keep her strong and free. Please rise, remove your caps, and join in the playing of the national anthem tonight, performed by the Milton-Union Pep Band under the direction of Mr. Zach Roberts.
There's Karis Miller, number 5, the league second leading scorer in the TRC. Rain Wilkins, number 10, another junior. A sophomore, number 13, Nora Inman. Number 22, Landry Niles. And then number 44, Annalise Ardal. The only senior on the team, very young squad. There's Kate Kopp, number 3, 71% from the field. Addie Case rounds out the guards. Number 12, Sophie Lehman gets a start tonight. Everything Jenna Broomball, number 44. And then Michaela Firks rounds out the starting lineup, coached by head coach Katie Roos. And we're about underway here at the Dog Pound. Official Mike Reed enters the circle, blows the whistle, and we are underway. Tip controlled by the Eagles. Automatically stolen from Kopp, who strips it and pushes the basketball up to Case. Case looks at the three-point line. Swings it over. Broomball. Firks. Wide open Kopp from the baseline, and she's got it. Great movement by the Dogs, 2-0. Patented 1-2-2 pressure. Troy Christian tipped away once again, but here they come. Pass out of bounds, a turnover. Their first of the ball game, and the Dogs have it.
I think turnovers will be the name of the game here today. Whoever has the higher turnover count might just lose this game.
Milton is so intent on tips and steals. There's Broomball for 3. Long. There's Lehman to clean it up. Back to Broomball. One dribble off the glass, no good. And here come the Eagles. Breakaway, great pass, and the Eagles score, and there's a foul. Count the basket by Landry Niles, and a push on Lehman, her first. Niles tries to complete the old-fashioned three-point play. Game tied at 2. Up and good. Niles has 3 on the ball game, and it's 3-2. 2-3 zone from the Eagles. Lob pass to Lehman. Off the glass and good. Dogs back off a little bit. Wait for that dribble pressure. Into the middle. Good break that time by the Eagles. Up and good. Niles. Excuse me, that's Miller. Karis Miller with her first two. 5-4 Eagles. Case to the basket and a foul. 13, number 13, Nora Inman, her first. And team first here in the first quarter. Dogs run a little play to Firks, who takes it to the rack and no good. Out of bounds to the Eagles. Tipped out of bounds by Jenna that time. And the Eagles take over. Nice inbounds play. Didn't quite finish it. 5-4 Eagles. Niles
Blocked.
for three and a tip. Rebounded by Erdahl. Eagles reset. Eagles are missing one of their key players tonight, Riley Orange, a junior, who has an injured wrist and will not be in the ball game. 5:25 to go, one dribble, up and no good. Jenna's got it, taken off. Kate Kopp ahead of the field, lays it in. And that's that Bulldog speed, 6'5". Eagles doing a good job getting to the middle of the pressure and handling it. Niles at the top, kicks it over. There's Miller. Nice pass, but it's stolen by Firks. Firks with the left hand to the rack, and a nice steal that time. That's Inman with the steal. Here's Miller. And a reset. .65 Bulldogs, 4:25 and counting on the first quarter clock. Three-point attempt, up, short, rebound Broomball. Jenna walks it up this time. Middle to Firks, wide open, kicked over to Lehman. Lehman back to Case. Case to the rack, up and good. Little runner from Addie, and she hit it. 8-5 Dogs. There's another tip ball. Eagles trying to beat the 10-second time, and they do not beat the 10-second time.
Checking in for Troy Christian, number 20, Sadie Jones.
Turnover that time. 10-second violation in the backcourt.
This is exactly what we've come to expect from these Lady Bulldogs. We love the defensive intensity around here. Get them running. We're so well conditioned, so well coached.
Miller pressing a little bit. Firks, little drop step move, and she's fouled. Erdahl with her first, and Michaela Firks will go to the line to shoot her first two of the ball game.
The Troy Christian fouls under 44, Annalise Erdahl. That is her first, team's second. Michaela Firks.
Firks eyes and flies and scores, 9-5.
Checking in for Troy Christian, number 12, Elizabeth Waltz.
Second of two is good for number 23, Michaela Firks. And the Dogs have doubled it up. It's 10-5.
She gets to the line more than anyone else on the team. Really, really fighting down there, getting those fouls.
Nice move that time by number 10, Rain Wilkins. And
Troy Christian basket, Rain Wilkins.
push ahead. Broomball. Dribble left. Cop for three. Bang.
One basket, they got it.
13-7. Dogs. Troy Christian showing good patience against the press. And they break the timeline. Over to Miller. Miller kicks it back. Wilkins, runner, foul, count it.
Got the basket by Troy Christian. Ray Wilkins, free throw.
So Wilkins goes to the line looking for another conventional three-point play. She's got 4 on the night. And make it, nope, short. Nichols with the rebound. She's into the ball game for the first time. Kopp from the corner. 2-3 zone for the Eagles. McFerks goes to the rack, up, and she's fouled again. And that's what Luke was talking about. Gets to that free throw line a lot. Foul was on number 12, Walter, first. Ferks hits another one. 14-9. 2:25 to go. First quarter. Up and good. 4 for 4. Ferks has 4, and it's 15-9 Dogs. Wilkins turns it over to Kopp. Kopp kicks to Broomball. To the rack she goes again, and she's got it. Ferks has 6, and it's 17-9. And the wear and tear of the press starting to make a difference. Miller to the rack. Up and no, and there's a foul. So Karis Miller's going to go to the line. Foul on Addie Case. Her second foul. So she's going to have to take a seat at 150 here in the first quarter. Miller up and good. Miley Jones into the lineup for Milton. 17-10 Dogs. Up and good. 17-11. Dogs have a 6-point lead, and Broomball has not scored. So that's good. If you're a Bulldog fan.
She's sharing the wealth today. I don't know if she's even taken a shot yet.
She had 2 early. Couple shots. She's going to shoot this time. To the rack, and she's fouled. Fouls on Niles, her first, team 4th. And Jenna's going to go to the line to shoot 2. Eyes and scores. The aggressive nature of this Bulldog team added to the fact that the free throws go in at a pretty good rate allows them to extend leads quickly. And I just jinxed her. 18-11. Here comes Miller. Into the paint, kick to the baseline. No good, and Kopp with the rebound. Kopp hits Ferks, and here come the Dogs. Running up 18-11. Kopp found. And no good. Nice pass that time, didn't get the finish. There's Michaela, and just out of bounds. I'm sorry, that's Miley Jones. Good defense from Miley, number 24. Niles with the basketball. Just about 1 minute to go here. Over to Miller. They definitely know where she is. Averaging 18 a game. She gets a wide open look that time, no good. And Ferk says, I'll take that, thank you very much. Here they come. Broomball to the rack. And a block. Good block that time. Here come the Eagles. And out of bounds. Turnover by Wilkins at 39.2. Dogs up 18-11. Let's see if they hold for one. Nope, Kopp for three. Kennedy Nichols battles, but out of bounds to the Eagles. Inman back into the ball game. 23.7 to go. Wilkins, no good. Rebound, Firks. Plenty of time, 12 seconds to go. Michaela brings it up to the center of the floor. Kicks over. Broomball thinks about it. 5 seconds to go. 4 seconds. Firks kicks to Kopp. Kopp for three, no good. And that's how the quarter will end. 18-11, Milton-Union. Very entertaining first quarter of basketball. What do you think, color analyst?
Just as you said at the start of the broadcast, those two superstars are going to knock each other out. It's all up to the supporting cast, and we have a great supporting cast alongside her. I know they have one of their stars also dealing with an injury, so take it with a little grain of salt, but I believe that our bench is better than their bench.
Yeah, I agree. It'll be interesting the next time around when Riley Orange is playing, but she's not here tonight, so.
You can only play the team that's in front of you.
That's correct. You can only play your schedule.
Spoken like a true Ohio State fan.
I was thinking more like Indiana, but whatever. That's rude. Late night for the pep band tonight as well.
Oh, yeah.
I've been here since 6:30. It's been one of those days. Night full of parent-teacher conferences and Chick-fil-A. We had Chick-fil-A. Can't beat that. Dogs ball to start here in the second. Got to be thrilled to be up 18-11. Kinsey Shortridge in for the first time. Number 20, Jones stays in the basketball game. Lehman, Kopp, and Broomball to start the quarter. Miller on the basketball. Two superstars guarding each other. Shortridge. Man-to-man this time from TC. Went under the screen. Short. Rebound by Jones. Lehman with the left-hand screen. Shortridge. Jones. TC. Good defense here to start the quarter. And a reset. So one of the longer possessions of the basketball game and one of the longer possessions of the season for MU, honestly. Little back cut action off the post. Broomball up, no good. Rebound by Lehman. Shooters keep shooting. And a turnover. Miller's got it. Here she comes. Tipped away. Another hand on a basketball by the Dogs. But good defense by TC for about a minute to start this quarter. 18-11. Niles with the basketball. Miller, two dribble, little runner, no good. There's Kopp with the rebound. Ball screen for Jones, roll to the rack, and Kopp's got it. A little high ball screen on the elbow, and they found the roll. Nice pass that time from Jones, and Kopp laid it in. And into the pressure. Miller pops short. And a foul. Foul's going to be on Mackenzie Shortridge. That's going to be her first. Team's first in the quarter. 2011. Michaela Firks back into the basketball game. Niles. Miller. Niles wide open in the corner. Ball tipped away. Miscommunication. And Ferks picks it up. Oh, what a nice pass to Lehman. Oh, Michaela saw the floor. And Sophie Lehman, the beneficiary, give her 2 more. And the Dogs have doubled it up, 22-11. Oh, yep. A little bit of a hop step from Miller. She got a little bit ahead of herself. 22-11. 5:45 to go. Timeout, Troy Christian. They're a little bit rattled here. Coach Valerie Inman calls time. The officials are having a little trouble here with the whistle. I don't know what's going on, but we got a little problem.
See that?
Always interesting.
That's your area of expertise.
I think we got one of the whistles is not working, so they had to do a quick little switch. Everybody carries 2. Well, most everybody carries 2. You got one in your pocket in case something goes wrong.
Interesting.
TC changed their mind on that man-to-man. It looks like they're going to jump into a classic 2-1-2 here. Let's see how the Dogs handle it. Short corner. Dogs patient. Ferks in the post. Little spin move right and left it short. There's Broomball to clean it up, and she's got it. 24-11. Dogs fall back into that pressure, and Troy Christian breaks it this time. Miller's got 4 on the game. She averages 18. There she is going baseline. Kick back, 3-point attempt up. No good. Good rebound that time by Wilkins. Another 3-point attempt. No good. And Ferks has the basketball. They don't stop the basketball. She's going to the rim, and no good. May have traveled. There's another tip away. This time Miller gets free, and she lays it in. Karis Miller has 6. She's thinking about it. Shortridge back to Ferks. Ferks. Lehman. Broomball for 3. And she knocked it down. She's got 6 in the basketball game. Both leading scorers have canceled. And it's 27-13. This Wilkins kid's a good player. Good pass and a foul. I am really impressed with Rain Wilkins, number 10. Just a junior. That foul was on Sophie Lehman. Second and team second. Sadie Jones to the line, up and good. (27-14). Up and good again. So Dogs lead by 12 halfway through the second quarter. Shortridge turns it over. Here comes Miller. Jones chases up and a push. So Miller go to the line to shoot 2. That's Miley Jones's first foul of the ball game and her 3rd team foul. So Karis Miller to shoot 2. Up and no good. Dog Pounds growled at her. Those mean football players down there. Gave her a little bit of the biz. Oh, there they go again. Little barking. Up and good. As dogs will do. Caught back into the game at 3:33, 27-16. Milton up by 11. Broom ball for 3, short. And here come the Eagles. Miller to the rack. Little Euro, and you can count it. 27-18, it's down to 9. Kopp gets away and missed it. And again, ball pressure. Here come the Eagles. Miller's got 9 on the ball game. Jones for 3, no good. And the other Jones rebounds, and here they come. Broom ball to the rack, and you can count it. Broom ball's got 9, and it's 29-18.
Good block.
Oh, Michaela got back and said, not today. Grace Munson into the ball game. Number 25, a sophomore for the Eagles. Baseline drive and a foul. Kennedy Nichols, that's her first, but it is the team 4th, so the Eagles will be shooting 2 the rest of the quarter. Wow, Miller alone. Short. And Firks with the rebound. Here she comes. Thing about Michaela is if she can get the rebound, she can bring it down herself. To the rack and a foul. Once again, Michaela gets to the line. First team foul on the Eagles. It was number 44 that time. Or Dahl, her second.
Michaela plays about 26 minutes a game, and she will give you this intensity the whole time. A really big star and a big component of this team.
That's her first miss from the line. Once again, Michaela's a transfer. And she missed both that time. So an empty trip at 2:05 and counting here. 29-18. Very entertaining game. There's another steal. And a tip away. Good defense that time from the Eagles from behind. That was number 12, Waltz, who tipped it away. And the Eagles have another possession. Wow, let it fly and score. Give her 3 that time. That's Grace Munson. And a double-digit lead has been cut to 8. And a turnover. Here comes Wilkins, and Miller's going to get her first break of the night, I believe. 29-21. Milton by 8, 125. Big shot by Munson. Let's see how they handle the pressure with Miller out. Not bad. Broke it. Looked to score. Up. No good. Rebound that time by Kennedy Nichols. And the Dogs walk it up with 1 minute to go in the second quarter. Lob to Cobb. Up and good. Nice pass from Jenna. And Kate sealed the interior and laid it in. Back to a double-digit lead, 42 seconds and counting. Great job that time by the Eagles. Good defense, but she lays it in. Elizabeth Waltz. They handled the pressure that time. Firks for 3. Got it. Give the assist to Jones, and Michaela stepped up and hit a 3. 12 seconds to go in the quarter. 34-23 Dogs. They break it again, and Waltz will lay it in. 34-25. Clock running. 3 seconds. 2, 1, and they will not get a shot off. And at the half, Milton-Union's going to lead by 9, 34-25. And we have absolutely no one to talk to. I could talk to Mr. Tom Beck. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Hello.
All right, Tom. Tom's our producer, director, camera guy sometimes. He does everything.
Yep.
So, Tom, tell me a little bit about what gives you a passion for this. Like, you come to almost all these things. You're not paid. What brings you to the table here?
I do get a little stipend from the municipality of West Milton, but
okay.
It really don't cover any school events.
No, right.
But I do need to claim that. It's just I actually started this about 39 years ago, and Jumpa Jack Adams, history teacher
Sure,
at the time.
Absolutely.
He comes up to me one day after history class, because he was actually the president of the cable board that was overseeing the cable station at the time. Hey, you want to do some video work? So gave me something to do, kept me out of trouble. And, and obviously I enjoy doing it, but, as time goes by too, I sort of look at it a little different. I'm supplying entertainment for people, but I'm also sort of archiving history as well.
Absolutely.
So, doing that and having that record is sort of what's become my passion over the past few years.
That's awesome because, like the other night, to be able to be here for Jenna's 1,000 point and see that, that's something she'll show her kids, 30 years from now.
Oh,
so,
absolutely.
That clip is pretty cool. So, well, how about we started this during COVID 2020, and all we had really was a laptop. We didn't have a lot. So what have you added over the last 4 years?
Oh, well, let's see.
There's a whole list.
Yeah. Well, we've continued to evolve the graphics and the scoreboards, things of that sort. Always try to add a little something every year. Try to change it up every year, too, because I deal with it so much I get tired of looking at it.
Sure.
So I change the look of it quite a bit.
Uh-huh.
And I'll look at what the networks are doing. Like, I like how they're doing the college football scoreboards this year. You might see something similar to that
really?
next
year. Yeah,
that's sort of inspiring me to go ahead and do that. This year we added some PTZ, pan, zoom, and tilt cameras that I can operate remotely. You haven't seen them for the basketball games yet, but we used them for a lot of soccer as well as the football games.
Mm-hmm.
And that gives us the ability to put cameras like down towards the end zones, let you get good shots of the crowd and the band. And let you do it without having to have necessarily a camera person for every camera either. Also added instant replay this year.
Yeah,
which
that was awesome.
That's been a dream of mine for years, and I didn't think that would ever be attainable when I started this.
Uh-huh.
So that was a check off the bucket list. The software we're using, sometimes I use OBS, which if you do any streaming, that's a freeware program. I'm using vMix this year. And that's what let me do the instant replays a little more efficiently. And I haven't updated the software, but next year you'll have a telestrator. They just added that capability to it.
You give Rusty and Andy a telestrator,
It's going to be funny.
there's going to be people drawing all over the
Yep. So
that's scary a little bit, actually.
Yep, and also as we've involved it, we've gotten some hot spots and things, so we can go remote from almost anywhere now, which is just amazing. Going to add a generator next year because there's a couple schools getting electric's been a challenge. Well, that problem will be solved next year.
Wow.
And
That's awesome.
I'll have a little tent I can set up if I have to be outside under the elements. I'll be able to put a little gazebo too. So.
I remember a couple trips to Riverside where we're out in the freezing cold rain. That was interesting.
It always rains when we go to Riverside.
Yeah, it does.
Every time we've been there, the weather's just been nasty.
Yes.
Yeah.
About 5:30 to go here in the half. What's your favorite sport to do?
Actually, it's basketball.
Is it really?
Yeah. I mean, I think part of that is that's the first sport that I did. But if you get a good, nice, fast-tempo, back-and-forth basketball game, you can just really get into a groove. And I find it very enjoyable. Of course, I enjoy football. I like being down on the sidelines. But I don't bounce anymore.
Exactly.
And I've had a couple close calls over the years.
You don't need those big, fast, strong high school kids.
No. So I don't go down there. That's why I got the remote camera, so I can get some sideline stuff without putting myself in harm's way.
Right, exactly.
Yep. Soccer is the most challenging, though, believe it or not. And it's not that it's hard necessarily, but the clock don't stop. So football, you have 12 seconds or so of a play, and you get a chance to sort of reset and refocus, get ready for the next play. Even with basketball, you got the back and forth, but you'll have fouls and things of that sort. Soccer, it don't stop.
Right.
So
at any moment they can score too.
Yeah,
so.
it's mentally draining. I am actually mentally tired after a soccer game.
Yeah, and that's the hardest game to call too.
Yes.
As far as I'm concerned. So,
yes. Absolutely.
Well, it's been great. I mean, I've had so much fun. I can't believe we've done it 5 years.
Yeah, well, you guys were doing a great job. At the time, I was helping out up in Piqua a bit because that's where I live, and I got some kids that were going through school there, so I was helping out up there. And we had a Friday night where, we didn't have a game, so I'm on the internet and just seeing what I'm always looking and see what other high schools are doing or how they're doing government meetings. I'm always just poking around, and I stumbled across you guys.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm listening to you. I'm like, man, these announcers are good. You
shouldn't be telling me this stuff.
No, I'm like, they're doing good, and I liked what you guys were trying to do, and I'm like, yeah. I go, that's great. So I just sent Mark an email, say, hey, I can take this up a level if you want, and that's
where we got going.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
None of this stuff's, it's not an expensive endeavor like it used to be able to put on a good broadcast. And, for a bunch of volunteers and with the budget that we've had over the years, I'm pretty doggone proud of what we're able to pull off.
I really am.
And I hear stories once in a while, especially during COVID, you had people that were, college kids shut in and on their dorms. They would tune in and watch the games. You had grandparents multiple states away, aunts and uncles. And, how do you put a value on that?
No, you don't.
And,
and everybody's been so kind.
Right.
And so appreciative,
Yeah.
It's been great.
And one of my favorite stories was, it was last year, we had one of the Lane boys had a pick six at Bethel, I believe it was. And, he had a family member on the bus on the way to his Saturday football game. And I guess he was watching it on the bus and got pretty animated and all that. So I just got this visual of him hollering on a bus and all the teammates peeking up over the seats.
Right.
Yeah. It's just great.
That's awesome.
I know the Broom Balls. They got some relatives out of state that wouldn't be able to get to these games.
Well, Scott Seaman, who helped us
my God.
call games, watches all the time. And
stat man.
Mr. MU.
I've never known somebody as smart as him. He can do his play-by-play or his caller. He's sitting here with his board. He's writing stats, and he's almost always dead on.
What's the biggest number of people that we've ever had for a broadcast, like live and afterwards on demand?
Oh, okay. Last year we went up to Sidney Lehman for Thursday night,
Thursday night football, yeah.
Yeah, we had a couple thousand people watching that.
That's unbelievable.
That's when it was live.
Yeah.
And we had some good games this year. The numbers have been really good, and I think that still holds the record. The Northridge game this year came real close. And a lot of times when we go to the visiting school, we'll share the link to the visiting school if they want, so that
Right.
And there was somebody from Phoenix watching I think it was their nephew on the Northridge team. They'd never seen, hadn't been able to see him play a game because they just don't have that capability down there. And that's great that we can help out. Other schools can benefit from what we do as well.
I love it. And obviously we're a little bit of how shall we say, homers for the Dogs, but not too much. You know what I mean?
I tell people that you guys have the right mix of professionalism with homing, because I don't want you to sound like Fox.
No.
I don't want you to be that serious. I want to keep that hometown feel.
Yeah.
And you guys do a marvelous job of it.
Yeah. And we want. Don't get me wrong. We want the Dogs to win.
Oh, absolutely.
But at the same time, like this girl, Rain Wilkins tonight.
Oh, hey.
I have just been so impressed with her and the way she's played.
Oh, absolutely.
And I hope she gets the opportunity to see this, because that's the kind of confidence you can have.
Right.
As an underclassman, she's a junior.
Right. I'd like to think some of our videos sometimes might help some of these athletes get some scholarships
some
exposure too.
For sure.
So that's
thanks for talking with me, because
anytime
10 minutes of me would have been.
I understand.
Too much.
I try to stay off this thing, but I'll get on that if I have to.
Well, thank you.
Anytime.
And we're back. That was a fun 10 minutes. I enjoyed that. Can TC cut into this lead? That's the question. And they did have it down to 8 at one point. It jumped back to 11. And here to start the third, it's 34-25, 9-point lead from the Dogs. Troy Christian did a really good job breaking that pressure, especially late for easy hoops. Let's see how this half-court set goes. There's Wilkins now. She's going to kick over to Miller. Big shot, no good. And rebounded by Addie Case. Addie had to sit a lot of that half because of foul trouble. Wow, nice pass, and Sophie wasn't quite ready for it. A little bit of a fastball that time for Soph. Here comes TC. There's Wilkins for three. No. And here comes Broomball. Look ahead to Firks. Firks pull up three. She hit one earlier. No good. And terrible floor balance here for the Dogs. It's 4-on-1. And she missed it. And a foul. But it seemed like Milton ran to the basketball after that miss, and floor balance got a little bit off defensively. So a foul that time on Jenna Broomball. Her first, just the first for the team here. Third quarter. Wilkins to trigger. Up and no good, but Wilkins is there to rebound. TC's playing hard. Three to get it down to 5. No good. And here they come on the fly. Broomball to the rack. Good defense that time. Stripped by Miller. So Jenna's got 8, Miller's got 9. We talked a little bit about canceling those two out and seeing how the rest of the teams could do. And a foul. Foul that time on Erdahl. Cannot get her name right. I got to hear it one more time. Here we go. Did you hear it?
No.
I want to say Erdahl, but I'm not sure. Miller in the corner, Lehman in the corner. And they kick to Broomball. Down to Lehman. Lehman kicks, and she traveled. So a slow start for both teams. No scoring here. 2 minutes into the third quarter. My color man is watching the football game, so I don't know.
I'm not watching the football game. It's on my phone.
Oh, it's on your phone.
I don't even have headphones in.
Yeah. Miller for 3, no good. Ferks plays at a different speed, doesn't she?
Mm-hmm. And the whole night, too. Barely
Case for
takes
three. Got it.
Good swing there.
So Addie on the swing, and she knocked it down, and a 9-point lead becomes 12, 5:35. And TC has not scored this quarter. And Miller's going to throw it out of bounds.
Looking for a tripping call there.
And didn't get it. It's a high screen roll. Back into Ferks in the post. Up, and we got an offensive foul. She lowered the shoulder. I think a good call by the official that time. A little shoulder gave her some space. And that's going to be a team foul on Michaela Ferks. Her first of the ball game, second on the team. Three-pointer up and no good. Rebound by Lehman. And a jump ball called. Bulldog basketball.
Jump ball situation. Bulldogs.
So Landry Niles took that three, trying to cut into the lead, but ball's not falling from the outside right now for TC, and that makes it tough with the Dogs in that big zone. Little back cut look. Broom ball. And one. Nope, we're going to count the basket. Looked like she got hit, but it's good, and it's 39-25. Spread out a little high post back cut. Beautifully done that time by the Dogs. Here's Miller, and she's got it. So Miller breaks the seal on the second half scoring for the Eagles. Case to the rack, a little runner, and no good. She gets her own rebound. Good hustle that time by Addie. Ferks a little spin move to the rack with the left hand. No good, but she is fouled. Foul that time on number 20, Sadie Jones. 2 shots coming from Michaela. Second team foul on the Eagles. And Jones is first to the ball game. Michaela hit her first 4, missed 2, and now she's hit a 5th free throw. That puts her into double figures, and the Dogs have 3 in doubles again. Eyes and flies long that time. Kopp hustles for the basketball, and halfway through quarter number 3, 40-27 Dogs. They've extended a 9-point lead to 13. Miller drives baseline, and she's rejected by Ferks. What a great defensive play. She blocked it, she kept it in play, and now she brings it up the floor. Lehman, she turned, she would have scored. Case to the rack. No call, and we're going to play. Miller. Another block.
There's not many times I would bet on the defense in a 1-on-2, but if it's Ferks down there, I'm betting on her.
My goodness. Sadie Jones looked like she had an open layup, and Ferks says no, and I think that's her 4th block of the basketball game. Jones. Niles. Skip pass, and a foul. That'll be on Michaela Ferks, her second. Team foul number 3. Baseline. Triggered by Wilkins once again. Wilkins to the corner. 4 dribbles, kicks it over. The Dog zone's just so long, it's hard to get inside. There's a good move. Up and no good. Rebound to Nichols. 40-27. Broomball goes to the right hand, spins back to the left, and it doesn't go. Nichols up, blocked, and here they come, Miller. She went at her that time. Good shot, no. Rebound, no. And out of bounds to Milton. And the basket has a lid on it down on this left side.
Mm-hmm.
They've had a lot of good looks and haven't been able to hit anything. 40-27. 2 points in this quarter for TC. Oh, turnover. I'll tell you what, this Wilkins kid could play for me any day. And she's got the layup. Nice left hand, 40-29. Broomball to Case. No good. Wow, floor balance, guys. Miller challenged that time. Ferks has got it. Jenna with the left hand. She's going to split defenders. Go to the rim, and it's rejected by Wilkins. I'm not sure why Addie saved it. Here comes TC. Miller got it. Down to 9. That's where the quarter started, 142. And counting. Little weave action to the rim, no good. Here they come again. And one. Wilkins has 6, and timeout. Coach Katie Roos, as the lead has dwindled from 13 to 7 with 1:24 to go, third quarter. And it seems to me, Mr. Color Analyst, that our floor balance defensively is not good at this time. They're getting too many easy shots on layups, on rebounds.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to rotate a couple people back and make sure they play in the half court a little bit.
Offensive rebound is a big part of this Bulldog offense. But if you're not getting them and they're not falling your way, it can lead to some really easy transition scores.
And that's what's happened over the last minute and a half or so.
Mm-hmm.
So that's Broomball's second, team fourth. Eagles will shoot 2 the rest of the quarter. And the lead is cut to 7. What's the football score, Big Dog?
7-0. Just started.
7-0 Lions. .40-33, Dogs need a hoop. It's been a few. Ferks, foul line. Jumper up, no good, and out of bounds. So Miley Jones tried a jump shot and left it short. 1:07 to go and counting. And we've got ourselves a basketball game, 40-33. Wow, Miller wide open. And she missed it.
That's not the person I would choose to leave open.
That is not the play. Jones found her and scores. What a nice pass. Kennedy Nichols with her first 2 of the basketball game. And that 7-point lead becomes 9 as the clock goes under 40 seconds. That was a big hoop. And there's a big steal. Miller, that is a foul. That is also a foul. And he's going to call traveling.
Ooh.
Goodness. So I guess it evened out, 42-33. 26 seconds. Dogs hold for 1. Not in their nature usually. They're going to swing it over to Broomball for 3. Short. And a foul on Kopp, who used the hip and a push. It should be a 2-shot foul. That's the 15th foul of the quarter. And it is the 15th foul. So 42-33, but the Eagles are going to go to the line. Now we got to figure out who the shooter is. And they're going to put number 20, Sadie Jones, on the line. Foul was on Kopp, her first. Jones leaves it short. So many opportunities for Troy Christian to cut into the lead and just haven't been able to make some baskets. Jones eyes and flies, and she's got it. 9-point lead down to 8, 42-34. 15 seconds to go in the quarter. Dogs once again look to push here. Jones, Nichols, Jones, Firks into the paint. She traveled. Wilkins, 3, no good. So TC wins the quarter by 1. But the Dogs lead by 8, 42-34, as we head to what will be an exciting, I'm sure, fourth quarter. The two superstars, if you want to call it that, the two leading scorers. You've got Broomball with 10, Broomball with 10, and Miller with 13. So both under their average at this point. Kopp's got 11. Firks has 10 as well. And then Wilkins, Rain Wilkins, has 8 to be the second leading scorer here for Troy Christian, who's going to start the quarter with the basketball.
An opportunity to put a lot of pressure on the Bulldogs here.
They just haven't been able to score in the half court well. It's the transition stuff that got them back in the game. And so they're going to face this zone, much like they did to start the third. They had a minute possession, and they just weren't able to get a good shot off. In fact, they didn't score for about 3.5 minutes, but they still won the quarter. And you can see just how long that zone is. This time Miller goes to the rack and scores. Sophie jumped at her, and Miller goes with the left hand. She's got 15, and it's a 6-point game. 2 possessions here at 7:30 to go, fourth quarter. Firks kicks to Kopp. Kopp to Case, back to Kopp. And they're chasing Broomball. It's a little bit of a diamond look. Case to the rack with the left hand, no good. Yeah, a little diamond and one. They're chasing Broomball around. And we've seen 2 teams do that. Wilkins to the rim, and the teardrop won't go. Rebound Miller. Sophie a better job that time, cut her off, and a foul. Foul's going to be on Lehman. That's her third, team's first. And Miller's got a chance to cut it to 4. Up and good. Miller's got 14. Good. 42-38. A 13-point lead down to 4. Little pick and roll action. To the rack, and the senior scores. And when they needed it most, she took it over. She's got 12 and a lead back to 6. 6:20 to go. Dogs turn up the pressure a little bit. Wilkins from the foul line, no good. Rebound Lehman, out to Case, and here they come. Pinballs around, Ferk's got it. Lehman rebounds, no good. Ferk's rebounds up and good. And you can put that one on the board, a traditional three-point opportunity. And a huge hoop for the Dogs to go up 8, 46-38.
Got the basket by the Lady Bulldogs by Campbell Ferks. She's at the line with a free throw. Gage Fred Christian fouls on number 10. Brent Wilkins has her first. Team's first by 4.
Ferks has 12, looking for 13. No good. Lehman again. Great pass. Case a little jumper. Rims out. Once again, this time Ferks to the rim, and you can count it. Physical play by the Dogs. Pressure's on. And there goes Wilkins down the middle of the court, and a little push. So Wilkins will go to the line. That one's on Ferks as well, and that's her 4th. Her third. Team foul number 2. Up and good from Wilkins. Lead jumps back to 10, and Wilkins cuts it down to 9. She only gets one of the 2. 5:37 to go. It was 9 at the half. It's 9 right now. It got down to 4. Dogs had a little 5-0 run. Kopp waits for the screen, little pull-up jumper from 12, misses it long, and this is what I'm talking about. They're just leaking out, and we're not getting back. Miller blocked that time from Broomball. Here comes Case. Turnover. And once again, a leak out. Miller, stolen that time by Kopp. Little wreck action going on here. Broomball knocked out of bounds. Good defense that time by Sadie Jones, who got back in. Clock has rolled under 5 minutes, 4:57 to go. Dogs lead by 9.
Also checking back in for Troy Christian, number 25, Grace Munson.
Munson back into the basketball game. Munson hit a huge 3 earlier. Little inbounds play to Ferks, no good. Lehman up and good. Dogs by 11. Here comes Wilkins with a little runner, no good. And Broomball's got it. Numbers. Kick, Kopp corner, and short. Broomball's got it, up and good. Timeout, Troy Christian. And it went from 4, and now it's 13 all of a sudden at 4:27 to go. And the Dogs have widened it out to a double-digit lead.
T seems to be rushing a little bit, trying to play some catch-up basketball, not getting the greatest looks. And while they are in the half court, they seem to be attacking the side away from Ferks, mostly, which is interesting because she has a little bit of foul trouble, but if they think their offense runs better away from her, I would personally agree as well.
Okay. Absolutely. Love how the Dogs responded. They faced a little adversity, they got it to 4, the Eagles did, and then all of a sudden now it's back up to 13. So Milton back in control here. 4:27 to go.
Both leading scorers from both sides have turned it up here in the 4th quarter. You can see why they're number 1 options here.
And that's the danger of calling timeout in the full court, because now they're going to have to face this pressure. But a good job that time by the Eagles, and they break it. Niles with the basketball. Pressure. Kopp stole it. Loose. And picked up. Niles again pressured. There's Munson, no good. Jones. Under 4 minutes to go, and the Dogs slow it down. Going to take a little time here. TC and a man. Screen roll. Good defense that time by the Eagles. Dogs being patient, up by 13. That's Jones to the middle. She turns it over. Now she tips it back. Good defense. And to the rack. Firks. Got it. And one. Foul that time from Grace Munson, number 25. That'll be her first. Team foul number 2. 3:15 to go. And it's a 15-point lead. Firks at the line, trying to add to her leading total of 16. Short. Look at Lehman work. And a kick out. Back in to Kopp. Got it. Great pass from Jenna Broomball, and Kate Kopp scores her 13th point of the basketball game. And wow, it's up to 17. Miller to the rack, no good. .248 and counting. Dogs by 17. Broomball into the paint, and she scores. She's got 16. A 19-point lead. And it was just about 4.5 minutes ago. Miller hits it. .220. 17-point lead. Broomball 4-3. No good. And there's Firks with the rebound. Miami's a little stall action, and that's what's coming with about 2 minutes to go. They're going to take some time off the clock. Turnover. Miller and Broomball go one-on-one. There's Wilkins and a foul. Good rebound that time by Waltz, and she's going to go to the line with 1:37 to go. That's Kopp's second, team's third of the ball game. And Waltz got it. Nichols back in. Inman back in. 16-point lead, 1:37 to go. Waltz up, and Waltz good. 15 at 1:35. Looks like the Dogs are going to hold on tonight. Got a little dicey with about 6 minutes to go, but good response. Work on their stall game a little bit here, which is something that you can do early in the season without a whole lot of pressure. 112 and counting. Under a minute. And a timeout. So good job by Milton. They took about 40 seconds off the clock there. And it's down to 52.8 and a 15-point lead. So the Dogs are looking to go 4-0 for the first time since 2008, 2009. And this will be their 5th win over Troy Christian after losing the first 2 the first year of the TRC. They've now won 5 consecutive games, and they will take over first place in the conference. Troy Christian will drop to 3-1 and 0-1 in the conference. Coach Roos is winning her 43rd Thursday night game, according to Doc Ginn. All these stats by Doc Ginn. So she is now 43-40 on Thursday nights. She should ask Mike Tomlin a couple things about that, because he can't win on Thursday night at all.
Too bad he's the greatest Steelers coach in history.
Okay. All right, 43-40 on Thursday night. And this will move her overall to 137 wins, 103 losses in her career.
Very impressive.
So 240 basketball games in Coach Roos's career. And she's gone home happy 137 times after tonight. 30 seconds to go. Jenna Broomball is going to add 16 to her total. So now she has 1,042 points, chasing Casey Finfrock's 1,003.65. What a great job by the Dogs. They're going to take the last minute and some odd change off the clock. 5 seconds to go, and they have just won the basketball game, 58-43. Anything to add, Mr. Luke Barnes?
Great fight from both teams. I liked what I saw on both sides. Little sloppy points here and there, but those can get cleaned up as the season goes along, and I will be greatly enjoying watching the second matchup of this.
Yeah, I would agree. When they add Orange back in, it'll be an interesting time to go over to play at Troy. It's a very difficult place to play at Troy Christian. So on a Thursday night in December, thank you again to Tom Beck and to our wonderful camera person over there, who is still working very, very hard, Miss Beeler. This is Brett Barnes with Luke Barnes saying good night, everybody. Have a great night.
Good night.